When most people think of coins, they think of the small change jingling in their pockets, something barely worth noticing. Yet, sometimes, the smallest coins can hold the greatest surprises, carrying a value far beyond their face. One such coin, minted in South Africa in 1989, is a perfect example of how history, rarity, and collector's passion can transform a simple piece of metal into a treasure worth millions. What makes this coin so extraordinary, and why has it captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts around the world? The story begins with its origins, in a time when South Africa was undergoing dramatic changes. The 1989 1-cent coin was part of a series of coins issued for everyday use, intended to serve a very simple purpose: small transactions, paying for minor purchases, or perhaps being lost in the folds of a wallet. To the casual observer, it was nothing remarkable. It was small, copper-plated, and featured familiar designs reflecting the country's heritage and identity. On one side, it carried the image of a national emblem, a symbol of pride and recognition, while the other side displayed the denomination in clear, straightforward numbers. At first glance, it was a coin that could be overlooked, even ignored. However, its ordinary appearance is exactly what makes it so fascinating today. The 1989 1-cent coin is now considered a rare find among collectors for several reasons. First, the mintage numbers were limited compared to other years. While millions of coins were produced, very few survived in pristine condition. Over time, most were circulated, scratched, and worn down, leaving only a handful in excellent shape. These surviving coins, especially those with sharp details and a rich color, are the ones that attract attention at auctions and among private collectors. Beyond its scarcity, the coin carries a story of historical context that adds to its allure. In 1989, South Africa was on the brink of enormous political and social change. The years that followed saw the dismantling of apartheid and a redefinition of the nation's identity. Owning a coin from that precise period is like holding a small piece of history, a tangible connection to a moment that changed the course of an entire country. Collectors value such coins not just for their metal content or condition, but for the story they tell, the era they represent, and the nostalgia they evoke. What really sets the 1989 1-cent coin apart, though, is a unique feature that many people overlook. Small variations in the coin's design, subtle differences in the minting process, and even minor errors can dramatically increase its value. In numismatics, these differences are everything. A tiny misalignment, a faint doubling of a number, or an unusual coloration can make one coin exponentially more desirable than another. Experts spend years studying these details, cataloging them, and predicting which coins are likely to appreciate in value. For the 1989 1-cent coin, certain variations are so rare that only a handful are known to exist today, making them almost priceless to the right collector. Collectors are not just interested in coins for the sake of ownership. There is a thrill in the hunt, a sense of discovery that turns collecting into a passion. Imagine searching through boxes, drawers, and old coin collections, knowing that somewhere in there, a rare 1989 1-cent coin might be waiting. The excitement of finding one, examining its details, and realizing its potential value is something that simple coins in circulation can never replicate. This coin has become a symbol of that pursuit, a trophy for anyone who manages to secure it, and a subject of fascination for people who enjoy stories of rare treasures and unexpected fortunes. Over the years, auctions and private sales have reflected the growing appreciation for this coin. While at first, it may have been worth just a few cents above its original face value, demand from collectors worldwide has skyrocketed. Numismatic experts estimate that the price is influenced not just by rarity but by condition, provenance, and historical significance. Coins that remain in mint condition, with no scratches, dents, or discoloration, can fetch astronomical sums, while circulated coins, though still collectible, are worth much less. The market is driven by supply and demand, as well as the desire to own something unique and historically significant. Stories of this coin reaching unimaginable prices might seem unbelievable, but they reflect a broader trend in numismatics. Throughout history, ordinary coins have occasionally transformed into extraordinary treasures. The 1989 South African 1-cent coin is a striking example of this phenomenon. Its combination of scarcity, historical context, and unique minting characteristics has made it highly sought after by collectors who understand its significance. People who once ignored it now scramble to find it, driven by curiosity, nostalgia, and the potential for significant financial gain. Perhaps what makes this coin even more remarkable is the way it bridges the past and the present. For younger collectors, It offers a glimpse into a world that existed decades ago, a society, a culture, and an economy frozen in metal. For older collectors, it evokes memories of everyday life in South Africa during the late 1980s, a period full of complexity, change, and challenges. Holding such a coin is like holding a key to a time machine, an object that can trigger stories, conversations, and connections across generations. This emotional and historical resonance adds a layer of value that goes far beyond its monetary worth. And then comes the most astonishing part. Despite being just a single cent in its day, the coin's true value has shattered all expectations. Collectors and investors alike have marveled at the incredible sum it can command in today's market. One coin, once tucked away and forgotten, was sold in a private transaction for an almost unimaginable amount, proving that rarity, history, and desirability can combine in ways few could predict. What was once an ordinary coin has become a legendary item, a symbol of the hidden treasures that can exist in the most unexpected places. The journey of the 1989 South African 1 cent coin reminds us that value is not always apparent at first glance. Something as small and ordinary as a penny can hold stories, history, and surprises that turn it into a treasure beyond imagination. It's a lesson in patience, observation, and the appreciation of detail, showing that even the humblest objects can carry significance far beyond what we initially perceive. The next time you see a coin in your pocket, think about the possibilities. Somewhere among the ordinary, there may be something extraordinary waiting to be discovered, and for this particular coin, that extraordinary journey reached its pinnacle, culminating in a sale that left collectors and enthusiasts stunned. The little 1989 1 cent coin, once seen as simple and commonplace, achieved a remarkable milestone, fetching a staggering $180 million,